We haven't done one of these in a long time, but I think it's time to bring one back, see if maybe our minds can be changed, maybe even opened up a little bit. But first, I want to ask you a question. Are you ready?
I think you should.
You ready for the question? Okay. So what is your favorite spirit?
Right now, or
wow, didn't know this would be so hard.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean,
in general, when you think of I'm going to go buy a spirit that I'm going to enjoy, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Right now? No.
Yeah.
Gin.
Oh, interesting. I did not think you would say that. That is surprising.
And then I guess
we don't have gin today. Okay, try again.
Bourbon, I guess.
Okay, we don't have bourbon either. Okay, try again. It's a clear spirit.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the next thing that you would want to enjoy?
The next clear, well, I'd like to maybe a tequila, a Blanco tequila.
Okay, again, we don't have tequila today either. Okay. This is getting very difficult. Okay, so what would be your next? Okay, so after that, what
Mezcal?
Would be your... Okay, oh man, I've gone down a bad road. We have vodka for this. Give it a shot.
Okay.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Summum Vodka. Summum Vodka. It's made in Cognac, France. It is... And yeah, I'm somewhat, I'm still somewhat surprised we're actually doing a vodka on a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know how you've come by. There's so many questions.
Okay,
why?
Where do you want to start?
What? Where? What inspired you to buy a vodka?
All right, let's talk about the vodka initially itself.
Okay.
So it's from the Cognac region in France. So I was like, okay. That's kind of interesting.
Okay.
Distillery has been around since 1814. It is wheat-based. And then whatever amazing spring water they have there apparently is how they make this vodka. So that's kind of the particulars. The reason I picked it is we were walking around my local Total Wine, was checking out some other things. We actually did need a vodka. My wife usually likes to make lemon drops. We've been making some Bloody Marys lately, some different things. So we need to get another vodka because our Tito's was running dry.
Okay.
And not just on palate. It was actually literally almost empty. It was about like this much left.
Tito's.
So we were looking, she grabbed the one that she wanted to get. And then I was like, oh, maybe there's something else because I had been intrigued by some other ones that I had seen that were actually local to Arizona. At a couple different websites. I was like, ooh, these kind of sound interesting. I'm sure they're not going to be interesting, at least in my head. I shouldn't do that, but that was my predisposition. But we were at Total Wine. I looked around. So this vodka right here, I saw a little sign attached to it.
Oh.
It said recommended by somebody.
Was it by Scott?
It was recommended by Scott.
Okay.
He has been one of our go-to guys at Total Wine for a while now, specifically when it comes to our end of the year thank you beverage that we buy that is a little upping on the dollar amount.
Right.
So when I saw his beautiful smiling face staring back at me under this vodka, I said, well, at $20 for this bottle, I will give it a go because it had some other things attached to it. So that is what we're going to try. And it has been way too long. It's been like literally 5 or 6 years at least, if not more, since we've had a vodka period, let alone when we did the huge
vodcast.
The vodcast.
Back in, probably 2010, something like that. It goes back a ways. But, I mean, we refer to vodka a lot. We do speak of vodka.
We do.
But I think the definition of vodka is intensely distilled to remove flavor.
Yeah, and that's kind of always been our thing is that it's kind of like Alton Brown always talks about. He's like, I don't like a unitasker. In the kitchen. And that's kind of what vodka always felt like to me. It was like you're adding the alcohol part, but you could add something that has a little flavor, whether it's from gin or other spirits, or at least even a vodka that like has a flavor to it, which I'm on the fence on those. But I get sometimes it's like, oh, that's kind of nice because it imparts a little something else. Like I said, I made a Bloody Mary the other day and I actually used a citron vodka. So it was a little bit of lemon in there with like that little mix. And it actually did brighten it up a little bit. Okay. So that was kind of nice.
And if I'd known you wanted to go vodka, I mean, we got a couple at work that, sell well. We could have tried now too, but
we'll see how this goes.
Oh, so maybe we will be renewed. Our spirit, our interest, our enthusiasm, maybe we'll be, present.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
So just opening this one, like I said, and the other thing, like I don't want to get into it right now because obviously we don't want to talk about the tasting notes. But initially when I saw them, I was like, oh, that sounds interesting.
Okay.
I wonder if any of that will actually show up to us.
So we're going to check it out. We're going to try to we're going to free my mind and the rest will follow.
Wow.
I'm hoping. Clear
my
mind.
Spirit is clear.
The spirit is clear. And so is our palates right now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like I said, we're making a lot of jokes, but yeah, vodka is usually not our thing other than, like I said, we've always said, if you need a vodka, because it's probably going to be a mixer, just go grab a bottle of Tito's. It's clean. It's 5 times distilled.
Right.
It's delicious, and it's usually at a good price. So there's like no reason.
Yeah, in all seriousness, it does have its place. It does. And there are a lot of people who like it. It's just never, like I said, it's just never been one of our go-tos for sure.
That is correct. So, all right, we're not going to talk color at all because it is what it is.
Yes.
We're just going to get right to the aroma. That's a more pleasant nose than I thought it was honestly going to be. Like there's definitely, it's still that strong, it just always has like a very strong alcohol, like rubbing alcohol thing on hits, but there's like a little sweetness in there, but that's kind of, I'm not getting a lot else. Are you getting something else?
No, I would agree with you that it doesn't have I don't think the alcohol is nearly as strong as they sometimes are. Because sometimes that is like, oh God, it's rubbing alcohol-ish. I guess if I really try, I get a little maybe licorice almost.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I think I may have read this, so this may have put it in my head. Maybe a touch of nut.
Okay.
And I think it said walnut.
I did see that on the screen. Yeah.
So I might be trying too hard to
there could be a little something.
That. But there's a little something, and then the non super alcohol heat part at least make it different to me. So, or somewhat different. Or it's been so, honestly, I haven't had any vodka in forever. So
no, not already mixed into something like that. I didn't just pour it into again. What I've done really.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Let's go for the taste. I know people actually drink vodka on the rocks. Have I heard this before? Is this
vodka
correct?
On the rocks.
Do people do this?
Or vodka martini, which actually isn't a martini.
Who hurt them? Who hurt these people?
Why?
Why? All right, let's go. Okay.
That's actually not bad.
I would agree. That's actually not bad. And that is it for this About Beverages.
That's it.
No,
pretty good, not bad.
It's fairly smooth. It does still have, like I said, there is still definitely that initially what everyone, like when you say vodka, you know what that flavor is if you've ever had it.
Right.
So there's still that there, but it's definitely more rounded and a smoother version of that. I get like a little bit of a spice, not like anything in particular, but like there's like a little pop of something in the back. But there's just not with this. As good as this is, there's just not flavor complexity, and that's kind of what I want to have. So, but this would definitely work in anything that you would want to use it in for sure. And if you wanted to sip it, you probably could.
And once again, honestly, I have not had any vodka
since yesterday.
Well, since the ride over. No, I have not.
That is not true.
Actually, no. Maybe it may have been. Maybe a couple years ago.
When we were on vacation. Was the ride over.
No, they had I think there was a Bloody Mary bar at one of the places we were at. And,
nice.
And I may have poured a little bit in. I think it was Sky vodka for some reason because I'm picturing that blue bottle.
Oh, sure.
But even then it was in a Bloody Mary. So I haven't tasted any vodka in forever. But that's actually, I mean, I'm not going to run out and buy any, but it's not super hot. It is overall, it's very smooth with a little bit of something. With a little bit of flavor, actually.
Yeah, there is there is like, it's not a lot, but there is, you definitely have to search for it, but there is a little bit of flavor in there and it is fairly smooth. And at that price point, like I said, it literally was $19.99 or whatever. Something. It was under $20. At that price point, mixing it's obviously going to work well. If any of that pepper note like adds anything to what you're already having, that's great. Like I said, which I get a little bit of that.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be super smooth and work in that. And if you are someone that actually would just pour it on the rocks or whatever, I think you're not going to be too unhappy with that either. We have had plenty of different vodkas, like I said, throughout the years, not any recently, but definitely a long time ago. If you want to go back in the archives at AboutBeverages.com, you can find all of those. Cause I almost actually bought the Chopin vodka when I was there. That was all how much I was like, but then I was like, no, I need to try something new. If we were going to take the time to podcast on it.
Well, and if you guys are actually, keeping a vodka in the bar next time, let me know. I'll grab you. There's a couple of, we have, it's called Versatile Spirit vodka and it's made from grape also.
Okay.
And then there's also, like I said, that there's an organic one that's I think made from corn. So I have no idea, like I said, what they're like. But so, yeah. Or you can try vodka of the gods, which comes in a big plastic jug. Yeah, no,
hard pass on that.
Or actually, no. Okay, so the one that actually sells really well that people love is it's a potato vodka.
Okay,
It's called Monopoloa, which also sometimes we say Monopoly. but a Monopolo
I think
potato.
Isn't Belvedere, isn't that a potato vodka as well?
One of those, or
we've had
Chopin, maybe?
Chopin, maybe that one's a potato. We've had a few of those. We had an organic vodka a long time ago as well, and that was one of the ones you did actually like a little bit more. Okay. But again, go back in the archives because we're not going to, at this moment, do that ourselves.
Right.
But if you did enjoy this podcast, or a little bit of a walk down vodka memory lane, because we haven't had one of these in so long, like I said, check out the website, which is great. Please go check out our YouTube page and subscribe there. We would really appreciate that. You'll get all of our latest videos, content, all that kind of stuff. And you'll never miss out on anything in the videos that we post. Usually 1 or 2 a week, mostly 1, sometimes 2 if you're lucky.
We're building up a reserve.
We're building up a reserve because, sometimes, either there's, some, events happen or whatever else. So we always need to build up a little bit of a stash. If you only are interested in audio, what are some good options for audio? If you want to save on your bandwidth for the video.
True. Podcast wise, you can go to, iTunes. Sure. You can listen to us through there. Spotify. We're on Spotify now. Pretty much we're finding anywhere. So far, the podcasts are available. Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. I believe we have been told we were found there. So, and actually, I think you can just listen even through the website. Can you?
Totally.
Audio. So,
yep.
So so you have options. If you want to listen to us.
Many options, as well as if you want to find some social media type options, which are great things if you want to know when we're going live, when we might be posting these podcasts, all that kind of stuff. Just new beverage information, clips of me doing weird gaming things, like who knows, all this stuff. What are the good options for those? You always have those down. I
Facebook. Instagram, which is becoming a little more user-friendly now.
Yes,
right?
Definitely. Yeah.
And also Twitter. That's where you'll find a lot of, Andrew regularly letting you know when he's doing his thing throughout the week. We'll also let you know on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Mostly we are on Thursdays going live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages. You can, if you want to join us there, there's all sorts of other things besides what just goes into the podcast. You can join us for those. That fun, the craziness, the singing of songs, the reading of lyrics, whatever we're doing, talking about sports, talking about movies. We are about beverages, but we're also about a lot of other things as well.
Definitely. And as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.